you get to look at what is your vision? What are you co-creating together? One of the key differentiators between happy couples and unhappy couples, they don't bring those four horsemen into the relationship. Today, we're primarily talking about setting goals and the vision in your relationship. So, this is kind of exciting because you get to look at what is your vision? What are you co creating together? And bringing in your ideas individually, and then making sure that number one, you're aligned together, and number two, that you can come together to create that co creative vision. Because, you know, like right now will probably be the last time you're going to create your own life vision because once you get married, the two become one. And so your life is no longer just your life is now part of a union. And so we constantly want to create a vision and look at our vision and grow together towards our goals and our dreams to make sure that again we're staying on that same path. And so like I said, this will probably be the last time where you're going to create your own vision, and I want you to spend that time to come together to look at where do they cross and where do they not cross. Because where they're not aligned, that's going to be a point of discussion. And again, it's not like we're going to lay everything out before marriage because things are going to come up. You're both going to grow and evolve and change and have different interests. But having that ground foundation, a grounded foundation is going to give you, again, that strong foundation for building a life together, building a beautiful life together. And it's also going to, again, allow you to practice the rules of engagement is how do you go through life when maybe one person starts wanting something different? And how do you stay together even though someone has different interests, or maybe, someone wants to live in Mexico, Europe, I don't know. And you're like, no, I love Southern California. And so how do you work through those things together? And communication is going to be a big key, and as we talked about before, one of the key differentiators between happy couples and unhappy couples is a sense of kindness towards each other. They don't bring those four horsemen into the relationship. And so they're kind together, knowing that, my priority is my partner's happiness. And so I'm going to come in with that kindness, empathy, compassion to understand, to figure out where they're at and to look at how can we, and I'm not a fan of words like compromise, sacrifice, any of those things, because I believe we can each get our needs met in any situation if we understand what those are. But be able to come together again in that shared vision and shared goals. It doesn't mean you're not growing individually. You're going to have your own personal goals. Everybody, you each have your own careers, you each have your own health, you each have your own, wishes, dreams, so we're still working on that, but that's still part of the co-vision and constantly again sharing that. Before we dive into the vision, I want to talk about one of the things that if you're familiar with Tony Robbins, he talks about the six human needs. And I want to touch on that and start with that because when you understand what your human needs are, what the collective's human needs are, what your partner's human needs are, then you can understand why people come together, why they break apart, why they, go off in different directions, and what's really required to, again, continue to evolve your relationship, grow it to the point where, you have this incredible, beautiful 3% relationship.